I want you to understand that you're not separate from what is happening in your mind. That is your higher version self giving you memories that you have already experienced. That's the crazy part about all of it. Hello my radiant queens, welcome back to another YouTube video. My goodness, girl, it is week 8. You made it this far. It's the last week of the 8-week manifestation series. First of all, I just want to give you a round of applause, girl, because you did that. If you have been following along for this 8-week series, been dedicated to yourself, have been devoted to yourself, have been showing up every single week because you want to change your reality, girl, you did it. This week is the last week. Today's title of the video is Embody Her. Yes, girly, you've made it this far. Now it's time to embody this version that you have created. Like, I want you to understand how important it is for you to grasp what you've done. You have created, molded, shaped your reality, shaped this new version of you to now live the life that she lives. Throughout this whole journey, you have seen sides of you that you've never seen before. You have uncovered blockages, uncovered childhood trauma, uncovered emotional trauma, certain things that have been your personality for too long, and now you are aware of that old version of you that you used to be. Now, if you've been doing everything that I've been telling you to do, you should know who your higher version self is. When I talk about embodying, I mean being that version of you every single day. This is now your personality. So it doesn't mean going to sleep one day, waking up, going back to the old version of you, and then choosing which one you want to be every single day. No. If you want to transition to changing your reality, you have to be dedicated into being her every single day. You're going to have days you may feel down, where you may feel like your body and your emotions are pulling you to go back to that old version of yourself. That's because your old version is dying. So the old triggers, the old emotional responses, the fight or flight, worrying, the lack, those things have already been imprinted into your body, into your heart, into your mind. You are letting it know that you cannot live here anymore. So yes, you're gonna have days where your body just feels like off, where your body just starts to shake. But that's because the more you keep choosing this higher version of yourself, the more that you are telling your body, I don't want you here anymore. You're telling that old version of yourself, I don't want you here anymore. You do not belong here anymore. And it's going to fight. It's going to pop up with all these negative thoughts in your head. It's going to tell you otherwise. But as long as you're conscious about it, being aware of the thoughts that are going by, because they're just thoughts. They're not things that are true to you. They're thoughts from your old version self that you used to think were true, but they were never true. They're just opinions. Think about that. Those thoughts are just opinions. They're not facts. Unless you emotionally take those thoughts on. They're not the truth of you. Throughout this time, you're gonna have those thoughts resurface in your mind. But your higher version is way powerful now in week 8 than it was in week 1. That's not the true me. You're just talking because you're the old version of myself. You're trying to stay alive. It's like you're killing an identity, and it's trying to stay alive, to keep going, because that's the only thing that it knows. That's the only thing that kept it alive. You kept it alive for many years. Now you're killing it, and you're saying you can no longer be here anymore. So yes, it's going to tug at you, but it is up to you to understand that those are just thoughts. Those are just feelings in your chest. Those are just old programs that are trying to stay there while you keep waking up every morning being that version of you every single day. I want you to understand that the desires that you have set for yourself, the things that you've been imagining, the emotions you've been feeling behind your desire, those are true. As long as you can stick to your internal state and look inwards instead of looking outwards, because you have been accustomed to looking for proof, figuring out what is here in this external world that could prove to you that you're on the right track. But my love, you are on the right track because you've been embodying that version every single day. As long as you have been seeing it, you have been feeling it emotionally, you are on the right track. I'm pretty sure this has been happening to you throughout this journey. Since you've been setting your desires, you've probably been having thoughts come in your head regarding your desires. Let's say like you want in a loving relationship. You've probably already envisioned your man taking care of you. You've probably already had thoughts about you. Your man is spoiling you. Your man is very attentive. Going on trips, you're doing all this stuff, and you can vividly see it. I want you to understand that you're not separate from what is happening in your mind. That is your higher version self giving you memories that you have already experienced. That's the crazy part about all of this. You are not separate from your desires. You have always been one with everything. Honestly, we are all one with each other. We came from the same source. We're just source experiencing each other, experiencing ourselves. And the world is just our playground. So there's nothing that we are limited in because source is everything. It's infinite. And we are made from that. We are that. Just having an experience in this vehicle. So it doesn't matter what the external is trying to show you because it was just an old reflection of your internal state. So as long as you can keep adhering to your internal state now, your external has no other choice but to change. You can't go out here in the external world and just put your attention on things and expect that to change. Like you're expecting an effect to change an effect. You're looking at it just waiting for it to change. But really it's literally looking back at you and saying, baby, when are you going to change? Because we're just copying what you are feeling right now. That's exactly what all of this is. I'm pretty sure you've grasped this throughout this 8-week journey that this whole time you are allowing the world to shape your internal state. You are basically allowing the world to tell you how you're going to live. Now you can take that power back and create it yourself. You've been creating it the whole time unconsciously, but now you can go internally and create whatever you want because that's our God-given right. That's our birthright here, is to create whatever you want on this playground. So whenever you have that understanding, you go out in the world not even caring about what is going on, not even caring or having fear, because you understand that you can change it all. I say all this to say, now that you are getting memories from your higher self, you're starting to visualize that money that you're receiving. You're starting to visualize the loving relationship. You're starting to visualize the travel, the home that you might live in now, the car that you might drive. Now that you're getting these memories from your higher self already experienced, you have to trust it. You have to be so in tune with your internal state, with your intuition, because that's another superpower that we have, is our intuition. It will tell you exactly what you need to do to get to that desire. So instead of you, like how we were all programmed since a young age, going out there and trying to fix things, thinking that the first thing you need to do is action, 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 because you already have that GPS within you that will tell you exactly what to do. You have to be able to be still and listen to it, because that is your higher self telling you the blueprint on how to get where she is right now. You just have to listen to it. That's a part of embodying. How you do this is, like I mentioned in one of my series, you have to stay still. You have to trust. You have to give it up to a higher power. Yes, because you can't see it in this external world doesn't mean it's not happening in the 5D. See, we have 3D and we have 5D, okay? 3D world, reality, 5D world, internally. That's where everything is happening right now, is 5D in the internal world. And it has to happen there before it even gets to this 3D. You have to let go of the control. You have to let go of trying to figure out how is it going to happen. You have to let go of that. That's a part of embodying as well. Once you let go of the how, the what will reveal itself. Your mission, now that you have completed this 8-week series, is to wake up every single day and be that version of you, no matter what this world is trying to tell you. You have to be it before the world proves it to you. I know you've heard people say, ignore reality. Ignore it. Be delulu. You heard people say, be delulu. Be delulu. The only truth that is actually true is your internal state that is true. Everything else in the external world has already happened, and it probably happened from your old reality. So what I want you to do is to let go and let it happen. Just let life unfold. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the fact that you are now conscious about every single thing that is going on in your life. You're now conscious about the old thoughts that are going to run past you. They can't fool you and they can't sway your emotions anymore. Now you understand who that is and why it's talking. I want you to go out and have fun with this new personality and understand that this is a version of you you have never seen before. This is a version of you in action that you haven't even got to experience to the full effect yet. This is new, so you can't predict what is going to happen. That's why I say just let it go and let things happen. Let things flow to you. Be on a flow state. You can't predict your future being in this new personality, like how you used to predict your old version of yourself. If you lacked so much, if you had all those lack experiences, relationships, bad money problems, yada yada, you can predict what's going to happen next because you've been in that program for so long. You can predict what the hell is going to happen. This version of you is so freaking new. You can't predict nothing. That's why I'm saying just let go of the how and just be it. Make it a mission to make yourself proud every single day. Be it 1 1% better every single day. And don't beat yourself up if you having a bad day or you have these emotions and these feelings that are arising and you just need a break. Don't think that you have to be perfect 24/7, because again, you really think about it. If you already have your desire now, that version of you is still gonna have days where she just doesn't want to be bothered, where she's upset about something, or she just doesn't want to be around people. That version of you that already has this stuff is still gonna have days like that too. So don't think that you have to be pitch perfect, but please be aware of everything. Just be awareness. Just watch everything. So my girlies, your homework for this last week of manifestation series, what I want you to do is I want you to go out, observe every single thing that your old version of yourself used to be. Kind of want you to go down memory lane, because I feel like when you go through this journey, you tend to forget who the hell you were 8 weeks ago. You tend to forget how drastically you have changed in just 8 weeks. You tend to forget that old version of yourself and think that progress just isn't progressing. But I want you to go back and I want you to 8 weeks and look at your camera roll and see how different this version of you now is from that version 8 weeks ago. I want you to also look at your environment. Just observe from your eye. Look at the environment that you created from your old self, and look at yourself in the mirror and look at the version of you now, and see how drastically you have changed, and see this new consciousness that you are now. Give yourself a hug and tell yourself thank you. Tell yourself thank you for freeing yourself, for now having the power over your life now. You're making the decisions now, and thank yourself. And now you're going to be responding rather than reacting to reality, and that is the ultimate goal. Remember, my girlies, you are one with every single thing in this universe, in this life. There's nothing in this world that you cannot have, because source is infinite and we are from source. Okay, my radiant queens, I'm super excited for this whole series. I hope it has changed your life drastically. Again, follow my YouTube channel. Obviously, I will be doing more things on just how you can tap into your feminine energy. And as always, my radiant queens, I'm gonna subscribe, and I love y'all.